Hello everybody. So I would like to recommend a book to you if you're interested, and it's called Wild by Cheryl Strayed. It's a true story about when she was a young woman. After her mother died of cancer, she was quite devastated by that, and then her marriage fell apart shortly afterwards. And her own life kind of just spiraled out of control. She got into drugs. And then at a certain point, she just had this strong desire to find herself by going on this epic hike through the Pacific Crest Trail, a 1,000-mile hike. And so it talks about her adventures. You know, she goes through the whole detail of what that hiking experience was like, and then it flashes back also into her past life experiences. So sort of a back and forth situation, and it's a really good read. I highly recommend it. No, it has nothing to do with veganism, and that's the beauty of it too. You know, like I don't know. I think if you are a vegan, read something that has nothing to do with veganism, or you know, just explore something that has nothing to do with veganism. I think you can get caught in this sort of intellectual ghetto where you just get preoccupied with your own little world of what you're interested in. And that's kind of, you know, you limit your own self. You become a smaller person when you do that. I think you stop growing as a person. And so, you know, ask yourself, are you like, is your life every day just thinking about veganism, all the vegan issues, and that's all you're dealing with, veganism, veganism, veganism? Maybe it's time to broaden your horizon, expand outward, and experience life from other different angles that have nothing to do with veganism. Anyhow, what I love about this book and her experience of, you know, basically the whole point, she's on like this soul search, really. Like this hike is really about finding herself and finding healing from within. And so I kind of, you know, bring my own experience to this book when I read it. And for me, how I relate to it is like, I feel that need as well. Like, I love living in the city, for example. I am an urban man. I love everything about the city. But I get this very strong impulse or desire to go off into the wilderness from time to time and reconnect with another part of myself that I kind of lose in the busyness of city life. And so how I've dealt with that is by going to the Corcovado Rainforest in Costa Rica, which is a primary jungle. I think National Geographic refers to it as one of the most biodiverse parts of the world. And it's so true. You just get inundated with nature there. It's all like it's so intense, but it's also rugged as well. There's no smooth, groomed trails. This is real jungle experience and mountainous terrain and going through rivers. And you know, in some cases, I was walking knee deep in mud, and it demands every physical element of your being. Like, you think when you have an experience going out into the jungle, you have this idea that you're going to go out there and have some kind of spiritual connection with nature, and it's going to be this wonderful experience. It's not like that. It's really a test of your own character and your own strength. I found that when I was hiking through the jungle that I did experience a level of awareness that I really am not used to just living in the city. And that level of awareness was being aware of my environment on a very heightened level for the sole purpose of surviving, literally, because every step mattered. Because if you didn't pay attention to the next step you took, that step could mean a fall down the side of a cliff. Or it could just mean tripping over a root and smashing your knee, and then you've got a gaping cut that would quickly get infected because of the humidity, or you could accidentally bump into a venomous snake and die. I mean, these are all real possibilities. And then there's parts where you're literally, like, one hike consisted of walking through the Rio Tigre, which is a main river that runs through the jungle. And there you're just walking on slippery, slimy, uneven boulders underneath the water. And it's a balancing act to not slip and smash your head, and it's hard to tell deep water from shallow water. Before you know it, you can end up over your head and your backpack gets all wet. So that's kind of what it was. It was just this heightened awareness so that you would survive the next step, literally. And so this is kind of, where I connected with this book, Wild. It was my own experience hiking through the Corcovado Rainforest. And there's something profound about it. It's not what you expect. Like I said, if you're going there for that kind of spiritual connection with nature, you might be surprised or disappointed that that's not what you're going to get. You're going to see another side of nature, a very harsh side of it, a very real side of nature that doesn't really care about your existence. And this is where I kind of have, I hear people talking about how the universe is just there to embrace you and to give you things, and you hear this talk about the universe just wanting to give you stuff, and it's just waiting to pour all its blessings on you, and it's not really like that. When you are out in the wilderness, and anybody who's been out in the wilderness, and I'm not talking about like some kind of controlled park or something like that. I mean, really out in the wilderness, you know what I'm talking about, that you could die at any moment and there would be nobody there to save you. The universe would not care. You're just, like an insect dying or another animal getting killed or whatever. No big deal. Just another day, another moment in nature. And that's a humbling experience, but it's a good one. So, again, I've gone on a tangent here. This is a worthwhile read, especially if you have been just kind of getting, your head has just been in the whole vegan world, and you're getting to the point where you need to break out and experience something else. Pick up this book, Wild by Cheryl Strayed. Okay, that's all I got to talk about for tonight. Take care, and I'll see you soon.